everyone.
It's hot.
Welcome to the season one finale of the JK Pottycast. You can see that we're all got our Pottycast shirts on. If you would like to have a JK Pottycast shirt, we're going to start off with a shameless plug. But Yavo's wife makes these shirts. So if you want a JK Pottycast shirt, comment below. We'll contact you, get you some information, and then we did gladly sell you a JK Pottycast shirt. But we talked about it early on in the season. We all talked about doing like a food episode where we'll cook from our bathrooms. I can't imagine where this has been done anywhere. And if it has, it must be so obscure that I've never heard about it. But this is, I think, going to be a very unique podcast where we're all cooking from our bathroom. So Dominique's in his bathroom, I'm in my bathroom, and Yavo's at the porta john. So
Yeah.
Drill.
Any excuse to play with fire, honestly. I mean, I don't got gasoline. I really wish I got. I got dryer lint though.
Gotta save this tissue. Can't just
got tissue. So this episode, we're going to be cooking during the whole thing, but we're also going to be talking about everything food. We're going to talk about our favorite cooking shows, our favorite chefs, our favorite meals, what grandma used to cook. It's going to be all food themed, okay? So that's the goal. Now, I'm going to just start off with what I'm going to cook, and then I'll turn it over to Dominique and then Yavo. But everybody has had ramen noodles before. You know, whether you had the ramen in a cup, you've had these are like fried flavored ramen noodles, and then of course here's a pack of chicken. Everybody's done ramen noodles, and everybody has their little tweaks and so forth. Give me the soy sauce and the sesame oil. So most people say, hey, they add a little soy sauce to it, or fish sauce, or sesame oil, which is one of my favorites. But today I'm gonna make ramen like no one's ever made it before. So stay tuned for that. Just that alone is worth the whole time you're gonna waste with us today on the finale. So now, without further ado, I'm gonna turn it over to Dominic.
And you are wasting time by hanging out here. Let's be real.
Hey, all that matters is that Yavo's mom enjoys this episode.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom. I'm happy to be a disappointment.
So what are you making, Dominic?
I got a staple, my household. You know, I come from a big family. There was 8 of us. I'm the eldest. I have 6 little sisters and a little brother. And what got us through, eating.
Banquet.
Sure.
Yep. So, but what a lot of people don't know is if you add salt and pepper to these, it changes the entire dynamic.
So just a little seasoning changes the whole thing.
Did you literally just say add some salt and pepper? I'm going to let you know right now. That's my people's seasonings. Just salt and pepper and nothing else, right?
I didn't think you knew the meaning.
Hey, salt kills certain peoples out there, so you got to watch your salt.
Yeah, so you're going to see how it.
That's a lie. That's a lie right there. That's a lie.
You're just going to see how that totally transforms the entire meal.
You're going to transform a meal. Okay, Yavo, what are you preparing for the finale?
So I wanted to go really, really fancy. And I thought maybe I'd start out with some beef strips and, savory tomato-based sauce. And then I was like, well, hell, maybe I'll go with some Southern beef-style black beans and whatnot. I thought, man, that'd be really tasty. And then I was like, man, how about some ravioli? Maybe some beef ravioli, really get me going, you know? And then I was like, nah, man, we're doing this right. We got to do tacos. And at the end of the day, I was like, I can't do any of that. I'm going to stick with the old favorite, Jack, and or I'm going to call this apple juice. If anyone on the internet's angry at me, apple juice is what this is. And good old, dicks on a stick, wieners on a stick.
So hot dogs and alcohol.
That's what I got.
Where did you get an MRE? That's awesome.
I love the fact you had different MREs. Before we get,
you guys don't have different MREs. What's gonna happen if you need to not poop for 6 days?
That's the solution. So guys, we haven't done a podcast episode in several weeks. So a lot has happened in all our different lives. So let's just catch everybody up with what's going on in our lives. Like for myself, I completed my WGU bachelor's degree. So I speed run it. So total amount of time, I think I spent maybe 20 hours or less doing everything I need to do. But now I have my bachelor's degree, which was all because I couldn't let my 2 daughters graduate college before the dad did. So it was kind of a challenge to myself. But I have my bachelor's degree now, and that was a big deal. And then had a couple other things cyber-wise in my other career happen. But yeah, I've just been busy with some of that and working on some books. Dominique, what you've been up to?
Oh, the bank account. Yeah. Finally.
What?
Open the bank account.
So how's it like having a bank account?
I didn't hear what you said.
I said I opened a bank account.
You got a fucking bank account? Man, you're on the grid now. You're on the grid now. They're gonna get you. They're coming for you.
Yeah, it was
They're
nice.
coming for you, man. Telling you.
It was nice. The lady was like, "How much do you make a year?" And I told her, she's like, "Oh, you're doing all right." I was like, "Thank you, thank you."
Her next question is probably, why the fuck don't you have a bank account? And you're like, because I don't need you guys stealing my money.
Yeah.
Was your previous bank shoebox or under the mattress?
It was actually in the wallet, and I lost some cash, and my wife was like, "You're getting a bank account. You're getting a bank account." So I
So
swear
you
the
kept
cat
all your
took
money
it.
in your wallet.
I swear the cat took the money. I swear my cat took the money.
Really? Do you have a chain on that wallet?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet you say the
Hey,
cat took it.
I swear the cat took it. I don't know where it is in the house, but the cat has $250 cash somewhere around here.
and I lost all my guns in a boating accident. All right. That's what you gotta tell them. All my guns, lost them in a boating accident. I do not own any explosives of any kind because that's wrong, Mr. FBI man. Tannerite is definitely not all over my house.
All right, so this is our first cooking championship, Pottycast championship chef cooking championship, and whatever the title we're going to give this. But here's our loose rules, our loose base rules.
You want some whiskey?
We're going to be judged
All right.
on creativity, presentation, ease of preparation, and of course talent. And so
Yes, sir.
talent is whatever you decide to do with the food to eat it. We will open it up with talking favorite cuisines, and I'm just going to start preparing what I'm preparing. So I'm preparing some ramen. I've already pre-cooked the base ramen, so I have some ramen noodles already ready. So I'll just start talking myself through what I'm doing, and then Dominic, what are you about to do?
Read some directions. Let's see here.
The fucker directions.
Cut and remove dessert from the tray, and then we're gonna microwave on high for about 4 minutes.
Okay. Now I have
That's about it.
broth.
Then I'm gonna add the salt and pepper in there, and like I said, you're gonna see just how a little bit of that changes the entire dynamic.
So I'm taking some ramens in the broth. Ooh. Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh, that's hot. That's hot. Ah. That's hot. Okay. I got it in here. So
You ever seen smoking like those fancy restaurants? I'm gonna call this the Jeff Bezos smoking because it's you know, the Amazon special. You need to get all those extra special chemical fuels in your food. You know, adds that real adds that green fire flavor. You know what I mean?
green fire. So most people start off with some soy sauce, which you know I like soy sauce as well. So I'm gonna put a little soy sauce into my ramen noodle base. And I'm a big fan of sesame oil. So this is the sesame oil I'm using right here. So I'm gonna put just a few drops. There we go. That should be enough sesame oil.
Is that a blender?
Yes, because no one's ever made ramen this way. This is the most unique way you're gonna see ramen made, and with a unique recipe.
All right.
So now I'm gonna, of course, you gotta add your seasoning. So season. So I have my assistant sending me, got some celery salt. Let me get the cap off.
Nice. Got a sous chef. Awesome.
And I got some celery salt there. Let's see what else we got. Adobo seasoning. We're gonna put some of that in here.
Oh, that's Filipino. I like
Fucking
that.
adobo.
What else we got? Next level. Taking it up a notch. We're gonna do some sriracha seasoning.
Nice.
A little bit of that in there.
Black
You can never have enough flavor. You know what Guy Fieri always talks about Flavor Town. We're gonna go to Flavor Town today. We got some ground cumin. Put that in there. We're gonna do some chili powder. Gotta have some chili powder. What else we got? Now the next season. Oh, ginger. Very Asian. A lot of
What in
Asian
the
food.
world?
That
All
might be too much
right.
ginger. Might have put too much ginger, but we'll see if we're gonna do some crushed red pepper. Oop, don't want to do too much of that. Cayenne pepper, you know, you gotta have all the peppers.
My goodness. Okay.
Then we're gonna do some paprika.
Yeah, I like paprika.
Got a little bit of paprika in there. And so is that no more seasonings? Oh, give me more seasoning. That's
Wanna
just
pop-
not enough seasoning. We gotta get more seasoning here. So
I'm gonna pop this puppy in there. I'm not gonna start the microwave just yet until towards the end, since I don't want to burn the meal.
you don't want to burn it.
No.
So I'm using some accent. This is basically it's like MSG because why not highlight the accent of your dish? Season. Next is onion powder. Onion powder, always got to get some onion in there. Okay. What else we got next? We have granulated onion, because onion powder is sometimes not enough. You got to get some granules in there. And then we have, what is this one? Oh, onion salt. Because you got to have, onion salt. Get a little bit of that in there.
Oh.
Let's see what else we got going here. This is some granulized garlic. Got to sprinkle that in there. What else we got here? We got some chicken seasoning. So get a little bit of chicken seasoning in here. Because it's all about the seasoning. Because if you don't season it right, it's just you got to take it to another level. And here it is, taco seasoning. You got to get a little.
Don't forget your poisonous fumes.
Taco seasoning. Well, and then of course, okay. So what the season of all seasonings is this.
Everything but the bagel.
Everything bagel, because if it's good enough for bagels, guess what? It's good enough for your ramen. So we're gonna put a little bit of everything bagel in this.
My wife loves that stuff.
Okay, now I'm from the South, grew up in Louisiana, born in Texas, grew up in Louisiana, and one of the things you gotta always do, it's almost compulsory to put in every meal, and it's the hot sauce. And then Tabasco is made in basically Avery Island, Louisiana. Got to put a little bit of hot sauce there.
It's hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
No,
hot
sauce.
Hot. HAWT. Hot.
Yeah.
Now, because I also lived in Texas, this is a pretty much you got to have some of this in your household, because got to put a little bit of that in there. I think a little bit too much one in there, but it's okay. And no, don't worry about that one. What else we got? No, don't worry about what's that one? Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, more garlic granules, because why not? Okay. And then, some people like this, and to me, it's an acquired taste, but having some fish sauce, could usually heighten up any kind of a meal. We'll put a couple drops of that in there for today. And when you're grilling, I know that Yavo's grilling there, but you got to take it up a notch. You got to take it all the way with a little bit of liquid smoke. So we're going to just put just that was too much. But we got some liquid smoke in there. And so I think we're good with most of the sauces and seasoning, taking us to level 99. But
Yeah.
There's another thing that no one's ever done before. I told you at the beginning, I'm going to prepare this ramen in a way that no one has ever done before. This is truly a JK Pottycast exclusive. So here we go. No, just hand me the thing.
Yavo, can you open the MRE up? I've never seen what an MRE looks like.
I'm going to add carnivore beef flavored protein powder. So let's go. We're going to do some carnivore protein powder.
Just listening to you, I got to interrupt. What I'm doing, I'm going to take a canteen cup and fucking a bucket of ice. And then once you have ice in the canteen cup, then you take your Jack Daniels right there, right? Just pour that in. Not sure if that's enough. Add a little more, right?
So now I have about 80 grams of protein.
And then you listen to the rest of the shit you're going to put in that thing.
So there's one more thing. If you're a fitness enthusiast, you get your protein in at the same time you're getting your ramen noodles in. There's one more thing you got to add, and that's going to be, and I'm a big fan of this instantized creatine. You got to get some creatine in there because you got to have your muscles absorb, all of the water and stuff into the muscle fibers. And of course, I always like to do oversized scoops of it. So you got to get you some creatine in there. In fact, I like to do 2 or 3 scoops. I don't like to. Sometimes I forget counting how many scoops I put in the thing, but I'm just going to stop at 2 oversized scoops there. Now, I have a ramen protein creatine shake that's super flavorful. Oh, got there's one more thing to add. Sorry that I forgot it, but as they say, everything tastes better with cheese. So I got to put just a little bit of cheese in this. So get some dairy in there. So we got some.
Blender.
I made that strong as shit.
Here we go. Now I got the lid on. And
I made that strong as shit.
Blend this all up here. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. It's about to get noisy. Which one do I push? Twist it?
Yeah. I'm gonna eat that.
That's not that loud. It's not bad at all.
I think, well, I'm gonna just a little bit more.
Yeah, it's not loud. Yeah, well, I want to see the MRE. I want to see what the MRE looks like open.
What? I'm
Yeah,
letting
open up
Jim
your
fucking
MRE. I'm
do
gonna
his
let that
shit and
settle a
show and
bit.
tell first, man.
I'm gonna let all those seasonings marinate for a bit. So open up an MRE for us.
All right. So I cut this one open while you were doing your shit, right? Unfortunately they took out all of the glass Tabasco bottles out of MREs a couple of years ago because we kept making little glass bombs with them. And the Department of Defense doesn't like us to have fun anymore. So now they took out the Tabasco sauce. They give you a little gay packet. And you got some fucking toilet paper and some gum.
You can't call the packet that. The packet doesn't identify as that.
And you got your most important thing, which is a fucking spoon. All right? This spoon will take you around the world.
Is it a spoon
if you ever needed
or
a great
sport?
fucking spoon, this is it. No, this is a spoon.
Okay.
If you want to know the difference in like a military movie that's accurate or non-accurate, look at any of those dudes with their flak jacket. If he's got a fucking spoon and like 3 extra carabiners that he probably doesn't need, that's probably pretty accurate. If there's no spoon in the flat jacket, turn the movie off. They don't know what they're talking about. Right? So this MRE is going to be, let's see, it's beef stew, and let's see if I look at the date on the back of it, because they stamp these things with a little code, right? It starts with a 0, and this thing ain't super worn, so it's probably from 2020, right?
2020?
So it's a pretty new MRE, which means they took out all the good stuff. And I got some black beans here. All right. I got a tortilla that has like 45 ingredients, none of which are bread or water. Yeah, no, seriously, there's like 390 grams of sodium, 4 grams of protein, 31 carbs, and a flour and water is not one of the
390
ingredients.
grams of sodium. What is the daily value?
Hey, and guess what? My wife, she caught me a lizard.
It's a Florida dinner.
All right, there he goes.
Grill it?
Awesome. Thank you.
You gonna grill it?
All right. And we got a lizard. Thank you, honey. All right. I'm going to eat that here in a minute. All right. Let's see. So we got the actual black beans, which is the main meal. We all know that what we're really looking for in an MRE are all the snacks, right? That's all we care about. Mm-hmm. The only reason to get the vegetarian MREs have all the snacks in them. You want Skittles and chocolate all day long, you go vegetarian. Right. So in this one, I got some this is like jambalaya apple pieces. It's like what's it called when it's like applesauce with apples and sugar and stuff in them, right? Whatever that's called. This is called apple slices. Yeah. Then they got a beef jerky stick, teriyaki flavor. That ain't too bad. Then they got a poop juice. This is poop juice. This is the mocha powdered instant freaking drink mix. And they say this is the cappuccino, but what this really is, this will make you shit yourself. If you go ahead
Laxative.
and just eat the powder out of this, you don't got to mix it with water. You got nothing. Just fucking cut it, eat it open. I'm probably gonna eat this. This will make you shit yourself. So if you get blocked up with MREs because you've
If
been
you
eating it
can
for
end
3
the
months,
episode with you taking a dump in the porta john, I'll give you
fuck no, because then
$100.
I gotta clean the damn thing. We ain't, this is a show porta john. This is not a working porta john. This is a retired porta john. It's retired. All right. Then we got let's see, we got cheese spread. Now between the jalapeno cheese.
So
what's up?
If anyone if this is your first episode of JK Podcast, I have to recount the story of why this even exists. So several months ago,
I got pound cake. Woo!
Yavo and I were talking about we should just do a podcast. And he said, I will not do a podcast. I'm not going to go on the internet and record my thoughts and stuff. You would have to buy me a porta john for me to do it. Because I said we should do a podcast from our bathrooms and just talk shit.
Yeah, my wife kicked me out the house. She's like, hey, you ain't doing some shit in your bathroom in my house. And I was like, I'll go in the backyard. I'm not going in the backyard unless there's a porta shitter.
I bought him a porta john, had it delivered to his house, and here we are today. And we're just wrapping up. This is our season 1 finale, and we just had fun. And then Dominic's joined us. He's become part of the JK Podcast family. And so we've just been having fun with this. So if you're enjoying this to this point, we're glad you're here with us. Hadi Yavo's mom, because she's pretty much our only follower.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. So anyhow, let's talk about our favorite foods, guys. I mean, for one, I like a lot of different kinds of foods. I've been to a lot of countries, tried different cuisines. But for me, it's always been lasagna because of Garfield growing up and, you're reading the Garfield comics and he always loved lasagna. So for me, lasagna is number one. What's yours, Yavo, Dominic?
Cake.
Applesauce pound cake. Legit.
Is it because that's what you got in your hands right now, Yavo? Is your favorite dish the one that you're eating?
Yeah. My favorite food is the food I'm eating right now because it's mine.
What is the favorite dish that either your mother or your grandmother or family member would cook that you just love?
Nobody in my family can cook. Nobody knows how to cook. The food that I like to eat, my favorite food in the whole world, curry. Curry's the best food in the world if I get my hands on it. Japanese curry. None of that Indian stuff. Japanese curry.
What about you, Dominic?
Cornish hens. I'm always to make good Cornish hens.
Oh,
and I try to make it myself now, and I cannot. They don't taste the same, so I just give it up.
My foster mother used to make chicken dumplings, and to this day, I've never had chicken dumplings that tasted as good as hers. And so I've had a lot of people try to make chicken dumplings, but hers was always the best. All right, what about favorite chefs? I mean, obviously everybody, Gordon Ramsay's probably between him and Guy Fieri, they're probably the top 2 most well-known celebrity chefs out there. But are there any other chefs that you guys are fans of and have watched shows about?
I like women chefs.
I got one.
Women chefs way better.
So I'd say women chefs are way better.
Never trust a skinny chef. That's for one.
If a chef are skinny.
Say what?
Most world famous chefs are skinny.
Nah, you don't trust them. You never trust a skinny chef. And I grew up on Camp Pendleton, so I actually grew up eating A-rats and freaking C-rats. And MREs actually used to come in a can, but the top would always be like a cat food kind of a thing. They went to these bags things around I want to say 2006 is probably when I started getting the bags. And man, these bagged MREs, they're good. So my favorite food, growing up and stuff, actually was MREs.
Damn, that's rough.
Well, what's been the weirdest dish that you've ever tried anywhere?
I mean,
in the world?
not all of them are. You don't want the eggplant MRE. Don't get me wrong, but you can get some good chili mac or something, chicken pesto.
So the next question is, what is the weirdest food or dish you've ever eaten in your life? Because there's some weird foods out there. Like in Asia, they got the egg with the somewhat grown chicken inside that they eat. You had that?
Yeah, in the Philippines. Yeah.
I had cat in Korea.
You ate a cat in Korea?
Well, so I was in Korea and there was this Chinese dude and he was like, hey, bro, I got this meat stick for you. And I was like,
A
all
meat
right, cool.
stick.
Because, we're
So a
all walking
stranger
around Korea
offered you a
drinking
meat stick.
soju.
Street food.
Yeah. And this Chinese dude offered us meat sticks and whatnot because he was selling them for cheap. We're like, cool. And then after we had a couple, he's
Sold them
like,
for cheap.
we're like, man, what is this? And he's like, it's cat.
Wait. He told you before you ate it.
No.
No.
He told you after you ate it.
Yeah.
So he sold you cheap meat, and you bought into
Yeah.
it because it was cheap meat. And then as soon as you
Yeah.
ate it, he said, "That's
We
cat."
found out it was cat. And it was from, yeah. I mean, that's what happens, man. You hang out with a bunch of Chinese folks hanging out in Korea, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're eating cat. I mean,
Or
How
cock.
was
South
it?
Koreans were awesome because they were handing out soju, and soju is awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic soju. But
Oh,
then
What
when
if
you
he
come
would have
across
told
a
you it
cheap
was?
meat vendor place,
What if he
Chinese
would have
dude
told you
selling
it
it,
was
Chinese
dog
dude's like, well,
cock?
you want some cat? I'm like, all right.
It was cheap, and you eat it, and then he says it's dog cock. What would you do then?
I mean, probably the same thing that I did there. I was like, I mean, can we get some barbecue sauce? I paid for the food. I'm gonna eat it.
Man, you're gonna eat it. So
Five
what you
dollars is
do, you're gonna go
$5. All
ahead
right.
and you're gonna go beyond just the tip. If it was dog cock, and you're just gonna go ahead and
Five
go up.
dollars is $5. All right.
$5 is $5. So anyone watching this, you now know Yavo's vulnerability is cheap meat.
Yeah.
He would put cheap meat in his
What
mouth
do you think I'm
any
eating right
day of
now?
the
I'm eating
week.
a teriyaki stick from the government.
You've
You
heard
think
it
this
here
teriyaki
first.
stick from the U.S. federal government is beef wagyu steak? This ain't beef wagyu steak. This is probably cat and dog, some percentage.
It's probably
Look
cat
at that.
dog cock. And so you've heard it here
Yeah,
first
it's
on the
fucking.
JK podcast. Kai Yavorsky will put any cheap meat in his
What the fuck is
body.
celery juice?
He's trying
What
to
the fuck is
avoid it.
celery juice doing in a meat stick?
So, with the weirdest kind of foods, what's been the last time you got either food poisoning or threw up from a meal, and what was that meal? While y'all thinking, I
I'll tell you, I was gonna
avoid
let Dominique tell his story first, but I got one.
I avoid whole kernel corn simply because one of the
Oh,
worst
fuck.
times I ever threw up
Oh,
was when I had a
what?
bunch of corn, and it was
Oh my
violent.
God.
It was very
This
violent.
right here is the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Besides the cat.
No, it's worse than a cat. Oh God.
What are you putting in your mouth?
A beef stick from the government.
Government beef stick. Again, cheap meat made by the
Government
lowest bidder on that
meat right
contract.
there. It's glowing bright red, and it says inspected by the government of agriculture, some shit.
You know
Yeah,
what else?
this is
Well, you know what else is bright
general.
red? Dog cock.
Yeah, this is worse than a Chinese guy serving you cat food right
I
here.
don't know if he hears what you're saying, but it's fucking hilarious.
It's better that he doesn't hear. Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
that's
your
bad. I need
worst
some
food
whiskey.
story? I'm not
Well, a
not
couple of
Yavo.
months ago,
Dominic, what's
a
your
couple of months ago, I went to the hospital because I ate a drywall screw, right?
well, I think that
And
we covered that in a previous episode, but yes, he ate a
we did talk
drywall
about that.
screw. He screwed himself.
yeah, all twist and turban going around and round. And you know what? I digested it. It went in. It never came out because I've been eating MREs my whole life. I guess my gut just ate straight through the metal.
I can't remember the last time I had a bad meal that made me sick. I can't. I'm really particular. Like I don't eat street food. I don't eat.
You know how fruit you sound?
Yeah, no. I don't even like food trucks because I don't trust them.
No food trucks?
No.
Man, why are you hanging out with peasants like us if you don't eat regular people food?
When you drink your coffee, do you tip your pinky finger up?
Yeah, you got the pinky and whatnot. Hey,
I can tell you why
you
they
left
do
your
that.
Argyle sweater somewhere else over there, up on your high horse.
Do you know the reason why they do the pinky? Because back in the day, they used to season their foods with their pinky and their thumb. so they didn't want to get it dirty, so they drank the toast.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
you
little
would
bit.
know.
You just got a history
You would know.
lesson from Dominic today.
Yeah, that's how they seasoned their food. They seasoned it like that. So and when they drank, they kept repeating it.
All right, so next topic, guys. This is going to be very, very, very controversial. But what pizza is the best and why pineapple is not it?
I love
The answer is
pineapple.
pineapple on pizza because it makes dumbasses mad.
I love
Any
pineapple.
opportunity you have to get somebody all hoity-toity pissy about something, you should take it.
It wasn't a thing when I was a kid. I didn't even know that was a big deal until I became an adult. People were like, "You eat pineapple on pizza? I love it."
You know, everyone shit talks pineapple pizza, but if you bring pineapple pizza to like a party or something, it's always the first one gone.
Yeah.
Everyone shit talks it, but it's always the first one that disappears.
Well, hold on.
No,
Then what other
originated in
fruits?
Canada.
If you're going to allow pineapple on pizza, would you allow kiwi on pizza?
I mean, why not?
Okay.
I mean,
What
in
about
Japan, they put mayonnaise and corn on pizza. That was good too.
what about
Mayonnaise
mango?
and corn
Would you
on
put mango
pizza. It
chunks
worked.
on a pizza?
No,
No
no.
mango. Banana?
No. Only pineapple. Kiwi.
Yeah, I was in Okie for a little while, and they gave us oysters on pizza. It was weird, but it worked.
Oysters? I've seen seafood pizza in Europe. Like they do like well, they put
Yeah, they put like
calamari and
oysters and all kinds. The only thing that you cannot put on a pizza is olives. You put olives on a pizza, don't touch it.
I'll fuck with green olives on a pizza every now and then, but I don't like the black olives.
Yeah, I mean the black olives. You put black olives on your food, you need to be taken outside and whipped. Straight up.
So back to celebrity chefs. Now I know Dominic, you said that you prefer female celebrity chefs.
Like the colonial
what is
woman.
like the number one female celebrity chef for
You
you?
want this, dude?
The colonial woman. I love
It's
her.
bad.
Colonial woman.
I'll do
Okay.
Yeah.
Colonial
Yeah.
woman. What about
It's
Rachel
bad.
Ray? Is Rachel Ray in your list?
I used to love Rachel Ray. I did, but she was
Dude.
cute.
My dog just spit out that government steak and looked at it a second time.
Because he realized it was dog cock, and he was like, "I ain't eating my own kind."
Yeah, man. Even my dog looked at that shit and he's like, "Oh man, I don't know.
He still can't hear what I'm
Maybe this
saying.
government issued gum will make it a little better." Right?
Okay.
That's how that works.
Of all celebrity chefs in the world, who do you think you could take on in a street fight, no rules street fight? What celebrity chef do you think you could take?
Guy
You got
Fieri.
go, Dominique, go.
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri?
He seems slow.
He seems slow. I mean, he might be husky. He might have some muscle on
Yeah,
him.
don't let him grab you. If he grabs you, it's over. But if you stick and move, you get.
Yavo, who's the celebrity chef you could take in a street fight?
Shit, I don't know. What are my options?
Any famous celebrity chef?
I'll take what Emerald. Why not?
Emerald?
That's the only guy I can think of.
He's just
Emerald.
gonna get you in the headlock and be like, and throw you on the ground like judo throw you, and he's gonna be like, bam.
Damn, yeah.
You know, even if he wins that fight, he's gonna have a bunch of cool catchphrases. He's gonna be like, but yeah, the whole time he's like, bam. So even if I lose, I still kind of win, you know, just for the story.
Just for the story. For me, it would be Martha Stewart because one, gender equality. I'm not gonna just pick a dude because I'm a dude. We're in this society now where we're super.
I thought she was famous for going to jail for
I would
embezzlement.
challenge Martha Stewart to a no holds barred, no rules street fight, and I would beat the shit out of that person. I'm not gonna claim her gender for her, but that person I will beat the shit out of.
It'll change in like 2 weeks, I'm sure. They'll switch back and forth and whatever. Just tell people you identify as an Apache attack helicopter. It'll be fine. I got to spread my rotors. All right. Got to spread my rotors and, all the freedom everywhere.
All right. So what are two foods that should never go together? I know earlier we talked pizza and the controversy of pineapple or not, but like cotton candy and whiskey just should never go together. What are two food combinations that should never coexist?
We were on a previous podcast and I was eating cotton candy and whiskey on that podcast.
Again, you're an abomination.
Yeah, you got a
Hey,
special
what Florida is, what Florida does. All right. We here in Florida, we do things a little different because down here it's Jumanji world, but in real life. All right. You got to adapt. You got to overcome. Every now and then a hurricane comes in. Maybe you have to fire some rounds at it, to explode the hurricane away from you. And then after that, you go to a drinking party.
We were
Or,
actually talking
same
about this.
time.
We were
Either
actually
way.
talking about this today at the winery, and I was like, why don't they have
Oh,
fried?
you went to a winery today?
Yeah.
You hoity-toity motherfucker.
I'm doing WYT stuff. WYT stuff. Yeah.
Wow, man. You
So,
just
so
trying
your
to
wife
show up,
drug you
right?
to this winery.
Man.
Did you put up
Hey,
any
did
objections?
you tip
Like,
the
can it at least
valet
be a
enough when you
brewery?
showed up? Oh
We
my God. What
we had
kind of crackers did
our
they serve with the
charcuterie.
cheese?
We had the charcuterie board, yeah, and the salami and the nuts and everything.
The what board?
Charcuterie.
What the fuck is that?
It's like a little.
Hey, Yavo, I'll explain it to you, Yavo. You remember
You mean a
like young
Lunchable?
kids would have Lunchables?
It's a Lunchable,
It's a
right?
Lunchable, but for adults. It's an adult
Yeah,
Lunchable.
yeah, that's right. That's
Hey,
what.
I had a Lunchable for breakfast, and I like to tell everyone that I'm a grown-ass adult whenever I go buy new pistols or rifles, all right?
And for those listening, you know who didn't have a Lunchable for breakfast? His son. His son's Lunchable.
No. So my son, he gets to eat all the good food. He got to eat all the good freaking the hot breakfasts and whatnot. But when it's time to go to church, we ain't got time to cook me some food. So I just put whatever I got in my pocket and then I show up for
So
security.
you was in church
You know?
eating the Lunchables in church?
No, I was working security outside the church eating freaking breakfast.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold up. What do you mean working security outside the church? Are churches such a high risk from threats that you got to work security?
That's a good
Hey,
question.
some people want to fuck around and you fuck around and you're going to find out. All right. I'm outside
Whoa.
greeting,
Are
happy to
you
everybody,
armed?
Huh?
Are you armed providing security?
I mean, would you not be?
There it is. So we know what
Great.
Yavo does on
There is a cop
Sundays.
there.
He goes and protects the church.
Yeah, man. You want to fuck around? Well, you're going to find out. We here down in Florida, we do it a little different. You might be able to get away with some shenanigans in other states, but down here in Florida, our comfort zone, my safe space is anywhere that I have my safe space on me.
Yavo's his own safe space. So,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
so we're getting close to trying to wrap up our cooking competition. And for those that just tuned in, or if you just skipped ahead past when I was preparing, so Dominic's gonna go ahead and start up on his banquet Salisbury steak family size edition. Yavo, I don't know. Yavo's been drinking and eating MREs, so I don't know what he's going to present yet. But for those that didn't remember, I have my protein shake and creatine ramen noodles that is level 99 flavored. I put so much flavor in this. It's like
Fuck.
Guy Fieri talks Flavor Town. I took this to like Flavor Universe, Flavor Galaxy with all of the stuff that I put in there. And you can just see all the goodness. I blended it once. I'm gonna blend it one more time before I actually consume it. So let me get it on this blender. So I guess as I'm ready to present. So should I go first, guys?
Yeah, I still got about a minute and a half. So yeah.
All right, so I want to go first real quick. Let me just slowly get it churned up again real good. And let me see about pouring this into a glass. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, the aroma.
Yeah.
So here we go. I'm going to pour it here into this glass.
Yeah.
And for those of you that out there that ramen noodles is a quick and fast, easy dish. Making it this way, you combine it as a shake, so you can take it on the go. So while you're heading out, having to have a quick lunch. Go.
I'm going to be buying a freeze dryer so I can make my own MREs.
So, all right, here we go. Here is ramen protein shake. First of its kind. I'm pretty sure the internet does not have anyone else making it this way. If they did, they didn't use all the seasonings that I used in this buddy right here. So here goes. It's all about the taste. So 3, 2,
1.
It's good. Actually,
Now say that with a straight face.
actually,
Lying
it's
son
got
of a bitch, what that
very
was.
complex flavors and levels to to this. There's levels, right? Right
Your
now,
face
I'm in
is
like
turning
level
red.
6, 7 right now. Hold
Now we
on.
know what your lying voice sounds like. What's your truth sounding voice
Your
sound like?
face is turning
The taste,
colors too. You're
the
like
taste is
redder now.
evolving.
Yeah.
So if you're on the go and you want to get your protein in, that's the way to go. You know, get your ramen.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. I think maybe I shouldn't have added the cheese.
Hey, take another sip. I wasn't sure. Take another sip. There we go. There you go. Drink it up. Who's your daddy? That's right. Who's your daddy?
Man. The things we do for this podcast. You got a
Things I
porta
do for the
john.
podcast.
I got a microwave in the bathroom. This is real commitment here, folks. Real.
You not have a microwave in your bathroom? How the fuck you gonna make hot pockets and poop at the same time?
Getting there.
I gotta say, it's still I'm still getting hit with different flavors. It's like there's a war going on in my mouth and stomach now, but it's got I could taste almost every one of those seasonings. And that's really what it's about. It's about the seasoning because a lot of people they don't put enough seasoning, they don't season their food enough. And I tell you, I put enough seasoning in there to last me probably the rest of the month for seasonings. But that's the beauty of making it this way. And right there, it's almost like having like 5, 6, 7, 8 meals in your mouth all at the same time. And you get your protein in. So I mean, for those of you that like to worry about your fitness and get your,
That's true.
Oh man, look at that. You're great. You're bold. Oh man. Oh, good stuff.
so I all
found a
right,
fly. That's
who's
my
next?
second fly that I drank. Damn it.
So who's next?
Tell
Yavo, you
these flies
ready?
to get out my whiskey.
What?
Yeah, that's my second fly that I've drank. They keep going to my whiskey, and then I eat them, and I spit them out. Because, I mean, I don't want that protein at the moment. You know what I mean? Normally, if I was protein deficient, I'd go ahead and just eat them because it just adds the extra protein and flavor. But nah, man.
So your dish is whiskey.
Yeah, what's on the grill? You got on the grill?
Oh, is it my turn? Yeah,
It is
man.
your
I've been cooking
turn.
right here. Right here. There we go.
You have a
Come
hot
here,
dog.
Ryan. Hey, taste test. Come here, Ryan. Good boy. There we go.
Well, no, you need to eat it. Take it out of his mouth.
Dog proof.
Take it out of his mouth.
I ate like 2 while we were fucking talking.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Dog
Is
approved.
having the
Come here.
dog come eat it part of the presentation
Good
and the talent?
boy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
my dish is puppy approved. What do you got?
Look, mine is gym approved. For all the gym bros out there, you get your ramen and your protein shake and your
Hey,
creatine.
puppy beats you every day, all day. All right.
Don't forget the creatine.
Nobody dislikes puppies.
Dominique, are you ready?
Yeah, let's see what I got. So my dish was the banquet, TV dinner.
Salisbury
But-
steak.
I said,
Now, you haven't been
Salt.
drinking at all either. You're like, you don't even have all the flavor.
yeah, salt and pepper.
You
That's all
can't
you
eat that food without drinking.
It was just salt and pepper. That's all you needed. And let's see who we got here. So, you guys can see this here, but that's what happens when you add salt and pepper to your meal there. See that? Even
You magic the banquet into a steak dinner.
changes the whole
Just
dynamic.
added a little bit of flavor.
Those are the spices of my people. Don't be
Yeah.
jealous that I got spice and you don't.
Yeah, it's just a little salt and pepper goes a long way with those banquet meals. So
So
All
internet,
right.
we need anyone viewing this to settle
Just a little salt and pepper.
the JK Pottycast Potty Cooking Championship. Is it my ramen protein shake? Is it Yavo's hot dog with the dog?
Puppy approved hot dog. Puppy
hot
approved.
dog? Or is it Dominique's banquet made into a steak dinner?
That's
You
not
have to
puppy approved.
decide.
It's
'Cause we're
got the
all
salt and pepper
impartial.
though.
So comment below who you're going to vote for. This is our season finale. There's so much on the line here, which is really nothing, but there's so much on the line here that we need your votes. Yavo's mom,
They're going to vote for
Yavo.
Florida Puppy, all right? They're going to vote for Florida Puppy all day, all long. Because that's the right thing to do. It's what Jesus would have wanted, all right? Jesus would have wanted you to vote for Florida Puppy.
Guys, I got to say, since we started this podcast, I know our first few episodes was a little dry and trying to work out, timing. And, a lot of times we were over talking each other. And I know by, I think, season 3 or 4, we kind of started finding our stride. I love that we talked hookers and blow in one episode of politicians. We've talked gun control. We've tackled almost all the big topics that any election year would ever cover. We talked all kinds of shit on this podcast. I got
my gun control right here.
I know myself, I've had a blast doing this. It's been one of the most fun things I've done sitting on a toilet.
Yeah, true.
That's a lie. That's a lie, straight up. I've seen your internet browser, man. You like be putting on Tor browsers, on part of encryption. You like, seriously, at some point, ExpressVPN, if they lose you as a customer, their monthly quarter reports are going to go down, all right?
But to me, one of my most favorite episodes was when we talked about Yavo's rape whistle. So going into another shameful plug real quick before I turn it over to another guy to recap the season. Yavo's rape whistles, if you want a Yavo's rape whistles, comment below. We'll reach out to you and we'll get you a Yavo's rape whistle. Because if you're afraid of being raped or rape is a possibility for you, you need a Yavo's rape whistle. So you can't go
rape is wrong, and that's why I'm supporting a solution to a problem.
You can't go to yavosrapewhistles.com because the site doesn't exist, and Yavo's too chicken shit to register the domain and make millions of dollars selling rape whistles. But that's
I've got free money. You got free money. When's the last time you saw $1 on a discount? If you try to get $1, it's $1 every time. You can't get a discount on a fucking $1. I went into a bank and I said, "Can I get $1 for 50 cents?" And they told me to take my mask off and to leave the bank and stop waving around a rifle. All right. I was like, what the hell? I'm just walking into this bank trying to get $1 for a discount.
YavosRapeWhistles.com.
So again, if you want a rape whistle, comment below. We will get you a rape whistle. YavosRapeWhistles.com, which don't go to the domain, it don't exist yet. But I've had a blast this season, guys. And so what are your highlights from the season, Dominic?
Oh man. Yavo's tangents on the Chinese episode we had.
I haven't gone on a one fucking tangent one fucking time. And as soon as I run into a random Chinese person who doesn't try to sell me cat food or actual cat or doesn't try to freaking, cut in front of me in line, like I wish they were nice to me. They just ain't. Japan, super awesome. They're super nice. Korea, super awesome, super nice. I hang out in China. What the hell with China? Nice. Have you ever tried to tell China just be nice? They ain't being nice.
I think
finding a Chinese person who's nice is like finding a homeless guy who's got perfect teeth. Like, don't get me wrong. You can probably find one homeless person who's got perfect teeth, but that's like anecdotal evidence. Out of 1,000 homeless people, they're probably all got shitty teeth. And the one guy who's got perfect teeth, it's probably fucking fake. They're probably trying to fake you out with some fake denture teeth. All right.
I like to believe this is all stemming from the fact that the Chinese guy had Yavo eat cat. So he's had a mistrust of all Chinese people since then. You might need to get some therapy for that.
They're just all that shitty to me. They're just all that shitty. I wish one were fucking nice to me. But at some point, if you interact with 1,000 people and 1,000 of them are all shitty, at some point you just got to be like, man, these people are shitty.
I like how you said it. I like how you said
like at some point you just got to be like, man, these dudes are shitty.
I like how you said I didn't go off on a tangent, then you just went off on a tangent.
Hey. Martin Luther King said, judge somebody by their character. And so far, every Chinese person that I've interacted with, their character has been shitty. As soon as one's nice to me, though, I'll be like, bro, let's hang out. Let's go play video games. But until then, they're all being shitty.
If you are a Chinese person watching or listening to this podcast and you want to reach out to Yavo to be his friend, message, comment below, and I will immediately
Man,
give you Yavo's
as
email,
soon as one wants
personal
to be my
email,
friend, the
and phone
first thing I'm
number,
going
and
to think is,
you
man,
can
is this
start.
a homeless guy with nice dentures? Is this
You
a
can
homeless
start
dude with some fake
immediately.
teeth? Is it fake or is it real? I don't know.
You can
I don't know if it's
immediately
going to be
become
fake or it's going to be
Yavo's
real.
friend if you're a nice Chinese person. I'll give you Yavo's email and phone number. Just comment below. If you're in China, especially if you're in China and you want to be
Oh,
Yavo's
yeah.
pen pal, there's your opportunity. Change Yavo's mind.
Change my fucking mind. I got an open mind. Just so far, they all been shitty. I can't wait for somebody to prove me wrong.
So 1 point whatever billion Chinese people, this is your chance to convert one American.
Change a Florida man's mind. Change a Florida man's mind.
Dominique, are you
Make
done?
me change my opinion by just being an awesome dude. Happy to make another buddy who's an awesome dude.
So Dominique, do you have any other highlights from this season of the podcast?
Hey, Dominique, if I make too many friends, you're gonna be out, right?
Whoa! Is it because he's black?
What?
You have such a quota for races?
Wait, is Dominique black? Holy shit. Is he?
Yeah.
He's more of a cocoa
No,
dark
he ain't.
chocolate.
No, he ain't.
Like
He's
a
straight.
50-50
I met
milk
him
chocolate,
in
dark
Utah.
chocolate.
I met him in Utah. There's no fucking black people in Utah. He's not
Whoa,
black. He's
Utah?
from Utah.
Yeah, we did.
He's from Utah.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. He was down by the river, hanging out in fucking Utah. And I was like, what's up, dude? And he was like, what's up? And then he turned out to be a cool dude. And then I was like, hey, man, I got to go out of state for a couple minutes. You mind just like watching my house for a week or two? And he was like, didn't we meet like 48 hours ago? And I'm like, I got a good feeling about you, bro.
Yeah,
and then I came back a couple
exactly
of weeks later.
went. That's exactly how it went. I'm like, are you serious? Like, you
It's fine. Like, I was like, bro, you good?
And Dominic, did you ever think when in your life that you would ever be doing a podcast from your toilet?
Yeah, no.
How many people in your life besides your wife are aware that you do this?
Yeah. She sits in the other room, but she just rolls her eyes at me.
Does anybody at your work or
guess what I've said it
besides us know that you do this?
My brother does. He actually made a comment on his Facebook, like, people are making podcasts about anything these days. So,
hey, you know what? I got something for that. First and foremost, for everybody accusing me of being some drunk Florida asshole, this is apple juice, and this is my normal fucking personality. Ask him. And the reason why this is apple juice is because, one, apple juice is delicious in a glass container. And two, apple juice is all you can fucking drink here in Florida.
What?
Apple juice.
All right. So Yavo, what's been your highlights of season one of the Pottycast?
Well, other than drinking apple juice in a sober state of mind, while I recite the Pledge of Allegiance, think about the Constitution, kiss pictures of Chesty Puller next to my bed, and then thank Jesus every time I'm able to look up at the sun. The favorite part about this podcast has been the fantastic food that we've been able to consume during this fantastic podcast, specifically beef stew, which will be my dinner later tonight.
Dinner. Yavo, do you have a shameful plug that you'd like to do? I forgot to reach out to you for that.
Yeah, I got a couple of I'm going to walk over here for a minute while I talk about my shameless plug. Now, so for my shameless plug, I like to help other people get into cybersecurity, and I like to help other people, better their lives. Dominic, I feel like you can vouch for me, even though I just fucked up your name. But we just met, so like I don't even know how to say your name.
Hey, y'all was reading about that nice compliment at the bank the other day, where she's like, "Whoa, you're doing okay." I was like, "Yeah."
So whenever you're hanging out, just try to just be a better person and whatnot. My shameless plug is, try to make the world a better place. I like to give stuff away for free. So if you go to my website, yavos.tech, you'll find a bunch of stuff for free to help you get into cybersecurity. And, if you got like a high school kid who wants to get into cybersecurity, if you got, somebody who's like, likes computers like video games, you can go ahead and, get them into cybersecurity by going ahead and going to my website, yavos.tech. There's a bunch of free tools and stuff like that, resume builders, course material. And of course, I love to help out, people in my community too, especially kids learn about American history. So I have a book series called Tale Trails, and Tale Trails at yavos.org. You can find it. Find my books there, is teaching kids about the U.S. national state parks and the history in those state parks here in Florida.
All right. Dominic, I should also offer to you. Do you have a shameful plug for yourself?
Yeah, no, I don't.
You good?
Posted
Last but not least, this has been a great season 1, guys. Thank you guys for wasting your time with me and in our bathrooms and just putting up with all the different topics and things that we get to talking about. I do want to remind folks out there, if someone posts a real good comment below, we'll randomly select someone to get a gold toilet keychain, and the lid does come up and down. So
that way you can poop in style.
And if you're in China and want to be Yavo's friend, message below. I will get you guys connected. But that has been pretty much our season finale. I'm going to keep enjoying my ramen protein shake. And I know that season 2 will start probably around January. But we will be back. We're going to take a couple months off. But we're going to come back with a vengeance in season 2.
As soon as you're done going on vacation around the world 50 times over.
Yes. So,
yeah.
For anyone that has watched this,
I'm not
that
jealous.
has watched a few of our episodes, has come along this journey with us, we're just regular dudes just shooting the shit in our bathrooms on the toilets, and it's just having fun. And whatever our opinions are our own. And
oh man, I hope I made a Skittle hair person mad.
So
I hope I made some Skittle hair person mad. They'll probably tell it to their 15 cats and put it on the Twitters.
So anyhow, we're going to close out this season with flushing the toilet. So except for Yavo, he's in his pool. But in 3, 2, 1, we're out.
I peed.